Good morning, welcome to the Rolex Sydney Hobart Yacht Race press conference this morning. We've got with us today Grant Simmer from Infotrack, Thomas Slingsby, the skipper of Infotrack, Christian Beck, the owner of Infotrack, Mark Richards, Wild Oats 11, needs no introduction, Mark Bradford, the skipper of Blackjack, and Jim Cooney, the new owner of LDV Comanche. We've just been upstairs into the morning's briefing with the weather, and I just will host straight into that really. So we'll start with you, Rico. You're the most experienced with this race. That looks like a fairly good weather report for the big boats until maybe you get round Tasman. Can you just tell us what you think it means?
Is it working? No. I don't think this is it. Is it working? No. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, look, I mean, it's you couldn't ask for a nicer, more comfortable forecast, really. But it's going to be a very, very exciting race. Basically, got the 4 fastest 100-footers on the planet in the race, which is, I think, an amazing feat in itself. So, really, really exciting times for new owners, Christian and Jim. And it's, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better way to initiate your new boats in this race. So, really exciting times. For ourselves with Blackjack having a sister ship, virtual sister ship's going to be excellent racing for us as well. So I think all in all it's going to be a fantastic event, and I'm looking forward to watching what happens.
So Jim, we all know what Comanche can do, we've all seen it, and we look at these east nor'easterlies, east and northeast, put a smile on your face.
Thanks, Diane. Yeah, there's certainly there's a period of time where we think we'll be sitting in very good conditions for Comanche. But nevertheless, as Mark says, we've got 400-footers on the line. In each of those boats has won this race on line honours in the past. So I'm not sure if that's ever happened before in the history of the race. So I think the conditions are good for all of us, and there'll be parts of the race where one boat will shine more than another, whether it's light or whether it's heavy or whether it's reaching or running. So I think it's too tough to call who's going to be where at what time. I think we're looking at one of the most intense and exciting races for a long period of time in the hundreds. That's for sure.
And Mark, you've gone for that sort of lighter weather window for Blackjack. So how do you see this little chess game playing out?
So we're hedged pretty heavily in the light air corner. Like I agree with what everyone's saying, it's just going to be a good race. Everyone's going to get their moments. I guess the first bit should suit us, and hopefully the last bit suits us, because that's really all that matters.
Right, the group down the end there with Mr. Slingsby and Grant Simmer, two of the most experienced sailors. Thomas, we know, has a gold medal from Olympics. He's got multiple world titles. He's been America's Cup. Same with Grant Simmer, lots of America's Cups, including winning for Australia in 1983. So how do you guys see this?
Well, there's always a lot of opportunities in the race. Even though it's a good forecast, there'll be a lot of opportunities, a lot of transitions, and we're looking forward to seeing Jim at the iron pot.
Obviously it's going to be a great race. All 4 boats have won. Everyone's got their sweet weather spot, but look, I think it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a great start out of the harbour, and just hopefully we can hold it with these guys. These guys are pretty strong, but if we get our conditions, we've shown, as last year we did, that this boat can go really fast. So hopefully we get a bit of our conditions as well. It doesn't look like it too much in the forecast, but you never know. It's a Sydney and Hobart race.
And so Christian, your first Rolex Sydney Hobart, and you've obviously been offshore. How are you handling all of this, and are you looking forward to doing the race?
Look, it's an absolute honour for me to be sitting next to Mark Richards and Tom Slingsby here, considering it's my first ocean race, and 4 months ago I really had no idea about any of these things. So I think for me, any sort of getting there will be a great thing. I mean, I think some people have been very modest here. I think obviously Comanche is a difficult boat for us to beat. I'd probably go as far as to say that InfoTrack is probably the shitbox of the I do know that last year we did do very well. I mean, well, not we, I wasn't there, but these guys did very well in that they won, they sort of got they broke the record. But realistically, the other three that competed weren't in there, and part of our success is probably other people's misery. And we unlikely for three of those things to have a bad trot this year.
Very good.
I saved the best till last. So, okay, I'm going to go back to you, Rico. I just want to talk about overall chances. How do you see that playing out? Is it going to be like the TP52s up, or do you think some of the smaller range boats have any chance at all?
Look, I think it's a perfect TP52 forecast really. So they are going to be the boats that win on handicap. You know, the Open family have also got Wild Oats 10 in the race, the 66 version of Wild Oats. So they could also have a shine in the right moments as well. But it's I don't think the big boats will have a chance really this year on handicap. So there's something crazy happening to the other with a good southerly change. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. So tough race for the big boats, but it's all about we're all here for the one reason, and that's not handicap. So looking forward to it.
So I'm just going to open the floor now to questions. If you can raise your hand.
And on that with you, Rico, specifically, we're all here for one reason. You've missed the last two, so you and the team back more determined than ever this year?
Well, we were actually there, but we didn't get there, so we actually didn't miss it. We did make the start.
Twice, yeah.
No, look, it's just one of those things. It's been a tough trot for us over the last few years, and put a lot of preparation in. And as you know, last week got hit by lightning, so we've had our fair share of obstacles to get to Hobart. But the forecast looks great, and we're just looking forward. The whole team is really positive about just getting there. So it's that's our main goal.
And with the lightning, is the boat itself now ready-ditch?
Yeah, it's been boats 100%, and we've been it's been fantastic. The Blackjack guys, Mark and Peter Harburg, really backed us up and borrowed us a lot of parts, and it's been a fantastic team effort from competitors and ourselves to get the thing back together. So she's all good.
Yeah, self-question. How big a spanner in the works with that lightning strike throw, and is the boat ready to roll?
Yeah, no, boat's ready to roll, mate. It's a bit like throwing a stick in the front tyre of your push bike when you're going down a hill, but that's just the way it is. It's but once again, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank Peter Harburg and Sparks here for helping us out, because it was a big deal and pretty well stranded without their help, so it's a big deal.
Christian, how nervous, mate? Ahead of your first ocean race, you get nervous?
Look, I'd be a lot more nervous if these two guys weren't sitting next to me running the boat. But realistically, I'm sort of the glorified passenger here, so it's a very good forecast. So I'm not that nervous, no.
Anyone else? Oh, James.
So just get Christian just on that moment. What's the learning curve been like over the last few months?
Well, sort of steep, I suppose. We had a 24-hour compulsory sort of qualifier, which we went off, and 4 hours into that I thought I'd go and put some warm clothes on, and Tom hit a big wave and I sort of hit the kitchen bench and my ribs were very sore, so I spent the next 20 hours below deck. And 4 of the other InfoTrack guys threw up over the side, so we're kind of learning sort of how tough it really is. I mean, these boats do look really good on the TV going across the big waves, but when you're actually in the boat going across the big waves, it's a different experience.
Anyone else?
So what's the step up been like from Brindabella to Maserati and now to Comanche?
Thanks, Gordon. I've had a pretty steep learning curve in the last 6 days as well, and thinking that Comanche was going to be a slightly bigger version of a Volvo 70, I discovered that I was a little bit short of the mark there. It's a big step. The systems, it's a canting keel, it's stagger boards, and the processes are very similar, but of course the loads are in the order of double, and the manoeuvres are a bit more complex. But I must say, Comanche is a beautifully designed boat. Everything's in precisely the right place. And with the crew we have, the manoeuvres are going very smoothly, and we've had a great 5 days of practicing, and now we're all pretty settled. So it's been a big step, and which I did expect. Hasn't created any nerves. I think I have a very experienced and calm crew around me, and there's a fairly consistent approach in the boat that we're all here to get the best out of this boat, and people that know what they're doing. So I'm very comfortable now, more comfortable than I was 6 days ago.
Rick, Jim, the timing of Orion on the Derwent, conditions on the Derwent, what are they looking at? Like, what are you guys at?
I think it does look like it's going to be quiet when we get across Storm Bay. So the goal for us certainly is to be, the target will be to be in front as much as we possibly can, and then hopefully watch the wind very carefully as we get up the Derwent. With a bit of luck, we'll be there on a slack tide or an incoming tide, which is always beneficial. But it will be, no doubt, the toughest part of the race from a tactics perspective.
Rico, do you think the river's going to decide?
Yeah, look, it has done it many times in the past. It's just one of those things. It's that, Wild Oaks is 13th Hobart this year. We've only had one Hobart in those 13 Hobarts with another boat near us. Whether one or come second or whatever the results been, but we virtually haven't been able to see the opposition. So only once in 13 years has that happened for us. So this year there could be 4 boats in the pond on the way up the Derwent. So who knows? It's just one of those races, and the Derwent is looking like it's going to be very, very tricky when we get there. So sort of
Anyone else?
Christian, you're a giant in the business world. Do you feel like a fish out of water sitting up there? Pardon the pun.
I'm probably not the giant you think, but thank you for that. Look, I'm definitely a fish out of water here in this crowd for sure. But I do feel that way, and I'm actually even surprised you guys want me on this panel. I've got no idea about ocean racing. I can't answer any real questions. So.
you mentioned it being a shit box, but you're saying that you've employed some pretty damn good sailors, haven't you?
Look, I think that's true. It's certainly true. I mean, I think one thing I do know about sailing is if you turn up to the yacht club with a ship boat, you don't know what you're doing, no one will come sailing with you. So, obviously, looking about InfoTrack is that it's good enough to get these wonderful guys. Yeah, and look, to be honest, it's way beyond my expectations when I bought the boat. I thought I could get some guys that would go with me, but I didn't expect to get these guys. It's amazing.
Just on that, I think on behalf of the industry and all the sailors and competitors, mate, we'd like to welcome you to the club, mate, because it's great to see someone with a bit of colour and a bit of humour, and I think you've definitely got the right guys on board, and hopefully they can give you a great time, you'll enjoy it and stay in the sport, so welcome to the club.
Anyone else? James?
Rico and Mark, Comanche are favourite to take on obviously this race, and that weather forecast certainly probably helps their cause as well. Are you still happy with that assessment of where this one's at?
Yeah, look, I mean, Comanche is, the geometry that Comanche's got on offer is, it's a 100-footer, but with the most amount of muscle. It's actually quite a bit bigger than a 100-footer if you get beyond the waterline length. So, when the breeze gets up, Comanche is going to be strong for sure. But the byproduct of that is, or the downside to that, like everything in life, there's no free lunch here, and the other end of the scale, or through the transitions that Grant was talking about, she's going to be particularly weak. So, I guess all of us have got the same philosophy here, and that's going to be to get to the front and stick your elbows out.
Anyone else?
Can I just get maybe Rico?
Yeah, sure. Look, I mean, it's been 2 years since we've sailed against Comanche. I mean, the guys on the boat have done a lot of miles, and I guarantee that Comanche's going a hell of a lot faster than she was 2 years ago, even in the lighter conditions. So, I really have no idea how we're going to go against her. We've also, we're going a lot faster than we were 2 years ago as well. We've done a lot of modifications. We've learned a lot about the major modifications we've done. We're going to be a lot stronger in certain areas where we were weak before, and Blackjack's the same. So I think it's really exciting, and I think it's going to be, what it's going to be is what it's going to be, and it's just really excited to get out there.
I just have one to follow up on that too, Jim, really. Was there any truth to the rumour that you had such a savage haircut the other day to increase the boat speed?
Yes, well, I wasn't winning any prizes as a pin-up before the haircut, that's for sure. Well, the guys yesterday reckoned that we were 5% above targets because of the haircut. So let's see if we continue.
They made some new runner tails out of the off-cut.
Anyone else? Okay, thank you very much for your attendance. I'm sure some of these will be available for one-on-ones. Carlo, did you need them to do anything for a photo, or can I let them go outside? Yes, so we could ask you guys to go outside for a photo with Carlo and